happened to me on the dark web. Hello, my name is Mark. I currently live in California. This happened to me a few years ago and taught me not to play with the unknown. Let's go to history. It all started at the beginning of my adult life, when I left my parents' house and went to live alone. My parents were pretty strict, so I grew up on a lot of nagging. When I saw myself alone, I was free. And that freedom came along with a lot of research on the internet. In these I found the famous deep web. Soon I was fascinated with his proposal in the middle of the surface web. So I soon started looking, and right away I found a tutorial on YouTube that helped me. Taught to enter. It was really easy. It was just downloading a specific browser and connecting. The hard part was finding websites. But I also got it in a forum there that I found browsing. On one of these forums, I found a guy with the nickname Mr. Fear. And he noticed my inexperience and sent me a link that led to access to a chat site. There he asked me what I was looking for and why I was there. I couldn't answer that person's question right away. He then managed to make me aware of that place on the internet and its dangers. And he also explained to me about the layers on this side of the internet. So I told him that I wanted to get to know better this experience of living and knowing this kind of thing. He then sent me some links. There were 5 in total. And he said to check carefully and clear my doubts. I asked why he was helping me, and he said he liked to raise awareness. People. The first link was from a black market. There was everything: drugs, weapons, torture objects, also sexual things, money. False identity. The possibilities for evil there seemed endless. Everything was paid with Bitcoin. I asked Mr. Fear if it was safe to buy something there and put an address on it. Delivery. And he told me that you should never put his address, even if they know, he told me. Said it was better to receive on the street somewhere. The second site was an Omegle-style chat. There was an option to put a webcam, but I was afraid and just went to the chat. I spent about an hour talking to strangers there. They sent me several links to various sites with strange content, not all of them. Clicked. And some told me disturbing stories. I thought it was strange and I was afraid. Also, the third link was a video site like YouTube. But it mixed everything, entertainment, with pornography and violence. I watched some videos there and I was traumatized by some of the things I saw. They had a lot. Scenes of executions, something quite brutal. In the fourth link, it was a killer list as well as a target list. As if it were a rank. There were celebrities there, politicians, important people in the media and outside of it. Target list. With absurd amounts on their heads. On the list of killers' names and ranks with numbers to count their victims. A short time on this site and a window jumped in front of me, charging me $50 and a confidentiality agreement on the site. I was scared at the time. I asked Mr. Fear, who soon replied that it was better. Pay, after all, you don't play with assassins. I asked him why he had sent me there. And he said that serious things lead to serious consequences. I asked him how to pay the money and I paid. I was afraid to click on the last link, but unfortunately curiosity made me click. Landed on a site that at first looked like a minigame, but then it got weird until start freaking me out. And when I refused to pay, they started threatening me. Have you ever been stalked on the internet? It's a horrible thing. I literally suffered a hacker attack. And when I refused to pay, I started getting stuff in my house. Things like sinister objects, bloodstained knives, torn clothes, handcuffs, torture objects. And they were also cutting off my internet access. I could only see their threats. Until I went to the police. There they were able to help me, but the process was very difficult. And even then, to this day, I still get some random spam with the message, "We haven't forgotten about you." With that, I learned not to look for problems in the unknown anymore. And that's today's story.